Bailey Chongqing is now the captain of the Black Robe Squad. It is reasonable that he cannot leak the intelligence of the region to Zhang Yi. But there is a big secret between him and Zhang Yi, so when Zhang Yi asked him about the intelligence of this rally, he had to tell Zhang Yi something. Even if he could only tell Zhang Yi part of it, it would be much better than Zhang Yi's own guessing. At this time in Blizzard City, Bailey Chongqing was wearing casual clothes and sitting at the dining table at home waiting for dinner. It was snowing heavily outside, and there was a warm scene inside the house. His son was only 8 years old, with a chubby face, and was picking up food in the bowl with chopsticks. His wife was cooking soup in the kitchen. Don't look at this ordinary house. It is definitely an A-level living area in Blizzard City now. Only captain-level figures and their relatives can live here. Bailey Chongqing has just been promoted recently. He is in high spirits when he is happy. He works particularly hard when accompanying his wife to do things. But when he picked up his mobile phone and saw that the person calling was marked as Zhang Yi, the smile on his face froze immediately. There is a big secret about him becoming the captain. The credit originally belonged to Zhang Yi, but was divided up by their entire investigation team. Otherwise, according to the rules of the headquarters, Zhang Yi must be invited here. It is hard to say whether he will be the captain, but it will never be Bailey Chongqing's turn. Therefore, Bailey Chongqing, who has a pigtail in Zhang Yi's hand, has a strange look on his face. Xiaohu next to him looked at his father's strange expression and couldn't help asking, "Dad, what's wrong?" Bailey Chongqing looked at his son and smiled. "Nothing. Dad has something to do at work. You and Mom can eat first." He took the phone and went to the bathroom, then locked the door, carefully observed the surroundings, and then answered the phone. "Hello, Zhang Yi. Who else can it be but me? Captain Bailey, how are you these days?" Bailey Chongqing heard Zhang Yi's teasing tone and took a deep breath. "Thanks to you, I've become the captain. What do you want to talk to me about?" Zhang Yi didn't beat around the bush and said directly, "What's the matter with the call for the Jiangnan region? Tell me about it." Bailey Chongqing heard that it was about this and smiled easily. "So it's because of this. Have you received the email?" "Just received it." "Of course I received it. The commander has just made a decision to integrate all the forces that can be integrated in the Jiangnan region. We have also been notified of this matter, because on April 8th, many aliens from all over the country will come, and we need to maintain stability in Blizzard City. By then, there will be at least 2 investigation teams." Zhang Yi thought of what Bian Junhua said. There are a total of 6 investigation teams like theirs at the headquarters. And any investigation team is a powerful existence that is enough to sweep across an area. Not only are all their team members high-level aliens, but they also have the most advanced equipment and scientific technology provided by the Jiangnan region. Zhang Yi didn't care about this. What he cared about most was the purpose of this rally. "Are you calling us over this time to recruit us? Unify us into a unit of aliens and manage us under the region, right?" Bailey Chongqing scratched his head. "I'm not sure about this. After all, the will of the headquarters will not be conveyed to us frontline combat personnel. But I think you're probably overthinking it." Zhang Yi's eyes condensed. "Oh, how should I put it?" Bailey Chongqing said truthfully, "It takes a lot of resources for the headquarters to support an alien. If the forces of the entire Jiangnan region are concentrated, won't your food, clothing, housing, transportation, and training resources all be provided by the region? Although Blizzard City is big and powerful, it can't withstand such consumption." Zhang Yi sneered. "At most, there are only a few thousand people. You can't even afford to feed them." Bailey Chongqing laughed when he heard this. Although the aliens have a big appetite, a little food is not a problem for the headquarters. We have our own agricultural plantations and can achieve self-sufficiency. However, what is really scarce is the medicine used to cultivate aliens. Zhang Yi's eyes flickered. "Is there such a thing?" "Of course. The forces at the regional level have the most advanced technology in the country and the most professional means of cultivating aliens. Otherwise, why do you think the aliens in Blizzard City are generally stronger than those in other cities?" Zhang Yi was a little knowledgeable, but he was not envious. If becoming stronger requires sacrificing freedom, he would rather not. Anyway, he is strong enough now. After listening to Bailey Chongqing, Zhang Yi rubbed his nose. In short, can I understand that the Jiangnan district requires us to obey management, but is unwilling to provide us with supplies? Bailey Chongqing shrugged. That's not the case. Now is a time of chaos, and the aliens from the outside world are also a very powerful force. The commander wants to make good use of this power and prevent it from getting out of control and becoming a problem. So when the time comes, I will definitely give you an acceptable condition. Zhang Yi's heart was slightly relieved. If that was the case, if he didn't know what was going on, there would be nothing wrong in going over to take a look. Just hide your true strength and don't let anyone know. So he said, okay, after all you've said, I still have to go over and take a look to know the details. Bailey Chongqing said with a smile, I'll treat you to a drink when you come. Okay, you don't have to tell me. I'll go find you when the time comes. Zhang Yi also replied with a smile. Bailey Chongqing naturally wanted to win over Zhang Yi and let Zhang Yi keep the secret between the two of them. Zhang Yi took the opportunity to get more information about Blizzard City from him. The two of them got what they needed. After ending the call, Zhang Yi stretched and asked Yang Mi to stop. Go call everyone over. There's something else to do. Zhang Yi said to Yang Mi. Yang Mi heard Zhang Yi's call and roughly understood what was going on. This made her sigh softly, feeling that the quiet days were about to be disturbed again. She nodded and then went over to notify everyone to gather in the living room. Zhang Yi sat up on the sofa and reached out to take a piece of ice cream from the coffee table to eat. He still had to give face to the Jiangnan district's call for this time. However, in the call for the call, it was only noted that the leaders of the forces must go. But it did not say that they were not allowed to bring people with them. Therefore, Zhang Yi considered taking the main combat force of the team with him. After all, this was the first large gathering of aliens in the Jiangnan district. At that time, I don't know how many local forces will meet in Blizzard City. Those who can survive in the end of the world and form a certain scale of forces are not easy to deal with. When all the powerful people gather together, friction will arise if you are not careful. Although Zhang Yi is not a person who likes to cause trouble, it is always the safest way to bring more people. While waiting for everyone to come, Zhang Yi called Xing Tian and asked him if he had received the news. Xing Tian gave a positive answer. I just received it. Zhang Yi, do you think we should go or not? Zhang Yi thought to himself. Xing Tian has received the news, and it seems that Xiao Honglian and Qin Jingguan will not be left behind. This time, the forces of the entire Tianhai city may have to go together.